Hi, my name is Alex Johnson. I'm a migrant recruiter. I work out of the office in Kansas City.
My name is Marisela Gutierrez, and I work in the Topeka area, but I have an office in Kansas City.
In our area, we try to do a lot of work with not only the different school districts in the area, but also with different companies that hire migrant families, and as well, so that way they can give us referrals, and that way we can just go ahead and visit the families and try to see if they can qualify for the services. We also like to drive around the town and try to locate out-of-state tags, stuff like stores, places that a lot of families tend to gather a lot or visit a lot, like supermarkets, laundromats, so that way we can start talking to the families and explain the program a little bit more and try to see if their kids might qualify for the services. My first thought of being a migrant recruiter was that I was going to be working with immigration. I really didn't know what the term migrant was until I started talking to the families, and I got a little bit of training as of what a migrant worker was, and that was like my first encounter with migrant families and the people that work in this field. A lot of our duties are more intense during the summertime, since it's we call the highest peak of when families start moving and commuting around to do these type of jobs. We start working all the way, starting from as early as possible till the sun drops. A lot of the activities that include our responsibilities includes like do door-to-door training or door-to-door recruitment. We also encounter a lot of negativity from a lot of families that don't know exactly what migrant is, and they think that we're just trying to sell them something. And not only that, just the cultural barrier that a lot of families, or between us and the families.
We just have a different type of communities for different countries, and sometimes we had to learn how we can approach to them. Latino community is more easier. I think there's a more easier because they really trust to what we're doing.
Well, we have had not only dogs, but we have had grumpy old men that try to not let us be in their front porch, trying to ask or trying to see if they have kids. Like I was saying, there's a lot of misconception about what the program is or what the actual migrant family is. So a lot of families, they just think that we're just trying to help people get documentation, or as they put it, they're trying to get tax money out of everybody else to put into something that they don't believe.
Sometimes it's hard because when you ask for information, personal information, they use different names to work, and they don't want to share that information to you because they think maybe you share with somebody else. We explain to our families they are protected by FERPA. All this information is confidential. We just share information with the person that's in charge of the program, or if they need services. A lot of these families, they have different names. They have different date of birth. So sometimes it's hard for us to find out what is the truth, especially with a lot of people from Guatemala. They didn't even know when they were. We had to find and give it a date of birth because they only know they born the month, but they don't know the date and they don't know the year. So they tell us what age they are, and that's how we we decide how we can put the information.
I think that one thing that I think it was an eye opener for me is that a lot of these kids, education for them was just, they didn't know what it was, and having these services and this extra help that they get, it just opened up a whole variety of options for them. And like I said, a lot of them, like they come from refugee camps or poor communities where they don't even have a teacher or something like that. So it's just getting to them and explaining, teaching them, getting them to learn a lot of new things. Is, I don't know, for me it's a reward.
I don't know, but I really like the Guatemala people. They're really nice people. And something we found is they even go to school. Their families or people there on their 30s, they never been to school. They didn't even know how to write their names. So that's when you feel like you're doing a good job to help these families and try to do the best for them. We didn't solve the problems, but at least we give one less. I think migrant is not Hispanic community, it's not Latino community. Migrant is everyone's, Asian, African American, American, Native American.
The main one is just that one kid, and just helping that one kid can change the life of many others later on.